Hey, it's Aim with Aimalou's Artistry. I wanted to show you, since I've been talking about under eyes, the difference between just swiping one color corrector under your eye versus filtering out just some of the distracting colors underneath your eye and using less makeup to see what the difference is, okay? So I'm gonna just take this green, okay? And this is demi color, so I'm going to be using the same product on both eyes. But we're going to see the difference here. Okay. So you can see the color, right? It's not blending in with my face. Okay, but that's if you're using just a regular color correcting concealer and you're going, right, that's basically what you're going to get. And then you're going to have to put your regular foundation makeup on top. And then the more layers that you're adding to your under eye, the worse it's going to get. You're going to see texture. You're going to see those fine lines. It's going to look worse than if you didn't correct your eye at all. So the other option, of course, well, there are other options, but I will tell you this option is amazing. So I'm a demi certified artist, Demi Color by Saint Beauty, and it's incredible. Okay. So, and I'm not just saying that. So these are the colors that I'm going to be using. Okay. Don't let them frighten you. No, you don't have to get them all. You just customize it to you, right? This is my artist palette. So, I'm going to be using these colors to brighten up and filter out some of the distractions on my under eye. I wish I could get this to want to be closer, but I will just, I will try to move up, and I will be looking down in my mirror because it's a little easier to see than in the screen. So I'm going to first just look at distractions. Okay. My main distractions are going to be these sunspots, and hopefully with the ring light, you can see them. I can see them in my mirror. I'm just not sure how well you can see them in yours, but regardless, you should see a nice brightened under eye. Okay. So most of the time when you're looking at sunspots, they are going to be like this green mossy color. Okay. So they have that extra tint in there, that is showing on top of your skin, right? That excess color. And they are just there from the wonderful sun, right? We got to have that vitamin D. And then as we age, of course, it's more noticeable. It's the joys. Okay. So like I said, where I'm looking at these sunspots here, and they are going to have like a green undertone to them. Okay. Even though they look brown, right? Sunspots. So they have that green excess undertone underneath. So instead of taking my green and swiping this all over, I am going to say, oh, well, I already had this green on my face. If I were to put this green, okay, right over these, most likely it would accentuate those sunspots. So I'm going to use the opposite color of green on the color wheel, which is red. Okay, Christmas colors. They complement each other, right? They're opposite on the color wheel. I'm going to look for some of my big guys, and I'm going to be going into the reds. Now, sometimes I have a little teeny bit a blue hint under them, and so I dip into my red oranges a little bit. But for these first few over here, I'm just going to use my red one. Okay. And I'm really only using, I mean, you probably can't even see it. I'm really only using that teeny bit amount. Okay. So not only will that little amount cover it, which is incredible because it works as like a stain. Okay. It's this cream stain magical thing, magical substance. Okay. It will stay. Okay. And I only need a little bit of it. Okay. Versus all of this over here. I'm gonna do just a little bit. Sorry, I keep hitting my compact here. Okay, so I'm just hitting a few of those that I know are just green. Okay, I'm gonna wipe off my brush and I'm gonna go in with a little more power, okay, and I'm gonna go in, ooh, let's see, with my OR3, and I gotta look at my, I have it on the wrong side of the brush. It's not helpful. Okay, and I'm just dabbing, okay, where it's at. And I'm actually seeing a little bit of color there still. So that means I'm gonna switch over to my red orange 3 and get that guy. This works so much easier in natural light, but you gotta do gotta do things when you can get things done, right? And that happens to be after 9 p.m. tonight. Okay, so I just got rid of that guy, and you can see how it's already brightening up a little bit. Then I just have these little spots. They're a little bit darker. I'm going to switch over to my red one. There we go. The greatest thing about it is you're just using this little bit of color. So if for some reason that distraction doesn't disappear when you put that color on it, you know that you have the wrong color. So you just easily swipe it and you go in with a different shade. And that's how quick and easy it can be, okay? So don't let it scare you. I would say most people probably need a range of, like, I would say 3 or 4 different shades for their under eyes. It really just depends what distractions you have underneath your eyes. So if you're really dark and blue, purpley, then I would know which colors to show you to use on those spots, and then you would be able to filter those out. But you don't need like this whole palette unless you want it, because that's my problem. It's like, yes, I want all the colors. Yes, please. And therefore, I got them all, right? I know. Any money that I make usually gets saved for stuff that I want to try out, right? But that's the fun thing about being a freelance makeup artist. Okay. Now, I'm going to take a step back there for a minute, because the more you kind of touch this area, the more blood you're going to bring to that area, and then the shade's going to change a little bit. So, as you can see already, I mean, I've brightened it. I haven't done a whole big swipe like this side. Okay, I'm not going to have to cover this all with makeup because it's already brighter. Where on this side I would have to go in with my foundation, cover it up, hope that there's not any texture, hope I can cancel out the green that I was using to cancel out the other color, right? So it's becomes a big layer issue. And that issue is mostly seen when you get a little older, girls. Or guys. Oh, I tell ya. Okay. Getting old is great. Now I'm like deciding, like, where's my bigger distraction here? I kind of have more sunspots in this little bit of line there. They're looking a little blue, a little bit today. So I'm just gonna try the red orange a little bit and just see if that will give it enough filtering power to be gone. Be gone. Okay. Now I'm going to go into this little area here. It has a little bit of redness, okay? Most of the time, if it's a dull redness, it actually has an excess of blue, okay, that's popping through underneath that's helping that color come out. So the opposite of blue on the color wheel is orange, okay? So I'm actually going to dip into my 01, okay? That means orange 1. Again, I'm just using a teeny tiny bit of color. And in this little area here, I'm just gonna dot that on the spots. Okay. And it's just gonna brighten it up. It's gonna filter it out. And it's really hard in the dark. I won't lie. Okay. So we got that brighter going on, okay? Now I do have a little bit of redness here. Well, it's still kind of dark though. That's a weird dark redness. So I'm gonna try to go in with my orange red 3. And where did you go? And get in there. Now, a good tip when you start doing this is look for your top 3 distractions, okay, and go from there. And in that top 1 distraction, where's the darkest point? And then you can color filter from there. Okay, so that's looking a little better. Okay, so do you see just how nice and bright it can be just by getting rid of a few little tiny spots? Like it just is incredible to me, which, you know what, tells me that our skin isn't as bad as we think it is. There's just a few distractions, and once we get those distractions gone, we don't notice them anymore, right? We realize, oh, I don't have bad skin. I just had a couple distractions I had to get rid of. That's not terrible, right? Okay, not terrible at all. So there's the difference. This is just a one swipe color concealer route, or go in and actually filter it out with the right colors, okay, to completely have them disappear. So reach out to me with any questions. See you later.